So, what does it mean for your money? Joining us now is David Barson. He's a financial planner and founder of Barson Financial Planning. Thank you so much for being with us today, especially after Thanksgiving. So, David, I want to talk about the relationship between this new variant to the possibility that this is obviously related to the tumble. But is it specific to the variant, or is it a healthcare crisis that's looming, or is it just because people feel exhausted that here we go again and we're going to be stuck in this kind of roundabout with these, variants?
That's a good question. Jessica, good to be back. So one of the big issues is we don't know why markets move each day, but the uncertainty around this particular virus and whether the antibodies will be effective, the vaccines will be effective, the antivirals will be effective. That is what contributed to the market sell-off today. It's really the uncertainty around what this new variant is going to do.
Yeah, because it feels like we were done almost, or rounding the corner, and here, surprise, here we get this other one. So usually financial people like yourself usually tell, unsophisticated financial people like me, don't panic, stay the course, don't do anything. Is that still the advice right now for all of us?
Yeah, it depends on where, the particular client in the particular situation. For short-term investors who have, immediate needs, maybe they're buying a car or maybe they're paying their rent, yeah, certainly keep your money where it's at. And in your checking account. For stock market investors and long-term investors, we've seen other strains, as you mentioned at the beginning of the hour, and that really hasn't knocked this market off its run this year. So there's a likelihood that this won't either. So that's why you stay the course. That's why you stay in it, and you make sure that you have a properly built portfolio to deal with the ups and downs that come in the market.
Let's talk about gasoline prices. We have seen those skyrocket. Now we see President Biden trying to mitigate this by releasing, millions of barrels of crude oil to try to bring the prices down. Most analysts say it's really not going to make that much of a difference. So where do you see gas prices going? What kind of a relief do you anticipate us to have, and how is that going to impact people's portfolios long term?
Yeah. Well, if you think about from the beginning of the year, the price of oil was below $50 a barrel, and then it skyrocketed up to where we're at, and we've had to come down a little bit, a lot today actually, probably tied to what's going on with COVID and the new variant. But it really depends on where things go with this new variant. I think that if things continue on in this fashion of the economy recovering and we continue on this fashion, eventually new supply will come onto the market and prices will come down. Janet Yellen, the former Federal Reserve, said probably middle of next year is when we'll start to see some inflation pressure subside, and I think that's probably realistic.
Yeah, let's totally hope so. I think everybody kind of needs to catch a break at this point. David, thank you so much for being with us again. We love when you're on with us.
Thank you, Jessica. Good to see you.